Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Mrs. Sukma as the instructor of the Speaking for Academic course. And that I love my old friends. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Sukma Harani. Passenger number 2040601059. I'm from local A2 English Education Department, University of Yogyakarta. First of all, let us praise and give thanks for the princes of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given His blessing and gift to all of us who are present in this place so that we can gather together in this place in good health. Salawat and greetings may continue to be brought to our Lord of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has made use of from the dark against the bright paths. Dear friends, allow me here to deliver my speech about the importance of learning. The first things we must know is what learning is. Learning is the relatively permanent changes behavior or potential behavior as a result of experience or reflex practice. Learning is the result of the interaction between stimulus and response. A person is considered to have learned something if he can show a change in his behavior. And besides, learning is the necessary for a person. Without doing learning, a person will not be able to do something useful, both for himself and for others. On the other hand, learning has a similar meaning to teaching, but actually has a different connotations. In the context of education, teacher teach so that student can learn and master the content of media to achieve something specific. Object cognitive aspect can also influence change in attitude or active aspect, and skill or psychomotor aspect of a student. But this teaching process give the impression that it can only the work of a party. Namely, the work of the teacher. The learning implies an interaction between teachers and students. Quality learning is highly dependent on student motivation and teacher creativity. Learners who has high motivation supported by teachers who are able to facilitate this motivation will lead the successful achievement of learning targets. Learning targets can be measured through change in student attitudes and ability through the learning process. Good learning designs, supported by acquired facilities, coupled with teacher creativity, would make it easier for students to achieve learning targets. By learning, we will have new experience. What we didn't know before by learning, we will know. What we couldn't before by learning, we will become able. Moreover, learning can be interpreted as a process of change in one's personality, and this change can be seen from the increase in the quality and quantity of one behavior, but from the way of speaking, thinking, skill, and so on. Self-study does not have to be by reading and fill of textbooks. Learning can be done anywhere and anything. One example of learning is that we can learn from experience. With experience, we have experienced ourselves and our experience that have been experienced by others. With experience, we are able to learn what is good to do and what is not good to do. In addition, If we should don't think of learning and burden our shoes, but think of learning as necessary, look for a fun while learning, because learning with happy conditions will make everything look easier. Throw away to double in use. Dare to try as a good start, even though we haven't been able to before. Believe that we can able to face something that we consider difficult. And hopefully, you will later become and educate next generations who can be useful for this homeland and nations. We must also be able to assume that learning is a need that really must be met. Or it could be that learning is like eating. If we don't eat, then we will be hungry. Likewise with learning. If we don't learn, then we will also be hungry for the knowledge that we want to know. Well, this is the understanding why is said that learning should be considered a necessary of ourselves. Before we start learning, we have to establish within ourselves that we are stupid people. We still need to learn to become better people. Like Steve Jobs told that, which reads, stay hungry, stay falsehood, stay hungry, since and stay stupid. And finally, I also give a message to all my friends. Don't stop learning, study and keep learning until you do. My beloved friends, maybe that's all I can say. Hopefully useful for all of you. If there are words that are wrong and be not pleasing and there are hearts of my children, Mr. I apologize. I can that and can say thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.